y'all said y'all wanted me to run through a portion of the pod where Auntie, the queen maker, was up on Fresh and Fit saying what she had to say. So I think I found the meat and potatoes of the part that she was on, man. The damn pod is like 2.5 hours long, so I ain't about to sit through this whole thing trying to find where it was that she was saying what she was saying, man. So hopefully this turns out to be what y'all wanted to be. But yeah, I'd imagine that's a pretty toxic dynamic with Fresh and Fit and Auntie on here. So let's peep.
My name is Princella, the Queen Maker.
Hey y'all!
I'm 37 years old,
God
straight
damn.
out of here, straight out of Houston,
Okay.
and I'm an entrepreneur. And I went to school for cell and molecular biology.
You got your bachelor's degree?
No, 18 hours away.
Okay, so you're working on it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said you're an entrepreneur. Like, what type of business do you run?
Well, I have my own podcast as well, and I'm a book writer as well. So I dibble and dabble in a lot of different areas, but specifically podcasting and book writing.
Okay.
Do you dabble in the dark?
Say again.
Do you dabble in the dark?
How do you do that? I don't know. I'm fully enlightened, so I don't think so.
Okay. I like the answer.
What's your podcast about? What do you talk about?
Anti what you talk about.
Oh, feminism.
Come on with the fire.
Yeah, I wouldn't say feminism, but it's definitely anti-you. But I agree.
Anti-me.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of stuff you say, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Just what in specific is it anti that you disagree with?
I actually don't disagree with a lot of the things that you say, but I
So then how's it anti-me if you agree?
No, because the angle that you come from, which is one-sided, so you don't take into account the full picture. So right, so and you're a pretty logical man, and so I like to speak to you logically.
Yeah.
So scientifically, chemistry-wise, if you're gonna work a problem, an equation, and you're balancing an equation, you have to work both sides of the problem. So whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other one. And so I'm just here to level out the equation. That's all.
Okay. Explain how the leveling out would be done, though.
Oh,
like
you'll see.
Okay.
Just talk. That's all you got to do.
Fantastic.
Come with the fire.
Okay. And what's your relationship status?
I'm single.
I see why.
Of course she is.
This guy,
That's the best place to be, baby. No
Of
headaches.
course she is.
All right. So here, look, check it.
Check it.
Check it.
Monogamy ain't real. Okay.
Okay.
And Myron told y'all the game in his book. Did y'all read it? Myron says males are slaves to their sex drive, which they are. He's trying to teach them not to be simps.
Lord.
So, Tupac said they got the game from a woman. So no, you don't try to stop him from sleeping with other. You pass him around. You slut him out. You get a bunch of girls and you slut him out and you make them go to work. It's simple as that. You don't try to own no male. No, sir, we're not trying to own you, baby.
I never said
I'm gonna
that.
pass you around, Myron.
This
Yes.
is hilarious.
No, that's what you do. Because women were the original pimps and males were the original hoes.
What?
Right? Yeah, y'all was the original hoes. You
I
know
like that shit.
This whole hoology?
Yeah. Sort him out. So no, sir, I'm not trying to stop you, and I'm not making no sacrifices. I'm gonna give you your biggest desire, sex. That's what you want, cause y'all don't have no self-control.
They
So
don't.
give
and it's
you
empty.
the biggest thing that your heart desires, sex. Go ahead.
Y'all thinking the same thing I'm fucking thinking. What you supposed to do with that, bro? I mean, I could care less. I could care less. It just sucks for the women that are gonna use this information and thinking that it's benefiting them. You hear all the girls celebrating it, hooraying it. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna slut the man out. While you slutting these weak ass men out that are allowing you to slut them out, you're gonna miss on the opportunities of good man, and that's the goal, right? You want to be a queen and be the original pimp. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, she lost me with that shit. She lost me with that. The only man out here who be getting pimped is the weak motherfuckers, right? Like, a man who controls this and this is the original pimp. You can't get no more powerful than that. But yeah, a smart woman is definitely powerful amongst the weak motherfuckers, and the majority of men are weak, so there is a lot of power there, bro. That's why men gotta focus on controlling all this, bro. You know what I mean?
Do y'all even know what a relationship is? Because I'm listening to this and it's funny. Y'all know relationships are for bums. See, males, no, serious. Males' highest interest is sex.
Yep.
Mhm.
100%.
Y'all's interest is emotions.
Mm.
You do realize if you supply your own needs, males will still chase you for sex, and they need relationships. Y'all don't need relationships. They need them. Y'all looking for clout. Y'all looking for males.
I want to be with somebody one day. I don't want to just like, I want a man. I will like submit to a man. If I find a real man who like meets all my requirements, I will like submit.
Y'all want males to be something that they're not. Y'all want males
No,
to be
because I still
emotional.
expect him to like do what he like. I still expect him to fuck other women. Like if he is making fucking millions,
That's all you
he's
want?
gonna go have sex with another girl. Like
do you want him to give you money?
that's not what I want, but that's the reality of the situation.
In terms of relationships, do you want money or do you want emotion?
But that's how, like, you can have money and emotion, but you need to understand your man
Males
is
are
gonna
not
fuck
emotional.
another girl.
Males-
He can give you money and emotion. He's still gonna have sex with
They're-
another woman if he's like,
They're
if
not-
he has enough money. Yes, he is.
No.
I've been with plenty of them.
The
Yes, he is.
The male is not going to ever love you because the male is incapable of love.
That's not true. I don't think the male is incapable of love.
Yeah.
I don't think they're completely incapable.
I think men love really hard.
Oh, no, they don't.
They
no,
do.
no, they don't.
They
See, I have a
take it.
book called The 41 Shades of Men, and I have a book called The 5 Components of Love. And I teach women how to be queens. And the one thing y'all chasing men for, the reason why you never get it, is because they can't
But a
give it.
queen's not a queen without a king. It's a king.
We need each other.
Are you sure about
It's
that?
a king and a queen.
Are you sure about that?
It's a king and a
Are
queen.
you sure about that? Because you know
It's a-
the ants. I mean, because we talking science, we talking logic, right?
Yeah.
So there is no such thing as a king ant. The ant colony is run by women. There is no such thing as a king bee. So you can't say that because the facts of nature show otherwise. See,
But what about a lion? A lion.
But Auntie, we don't have sex.
No.
I mean, I'm also religious, and I feel like our originating story is like Adam and Eve. It's not like Eve, and it wasn't like Eve.
See, like here's the thing.
Adam.
So look,
It's both.
like I get what you're saying. You want women to be empowered and to be able to deal without men, and men don't love and all this other stuff. And I get it, but you got to understand that that's a strategy that's going to leave a lot of women miserable.
Oh, it's only going to leave them
Because-
miserable because they're deficient. They're codependent, and they think that they can get their needs met by males, but they can't. And so what they'll do is get their energy sucked dry as young women, and then when they hit my age, you know, when we hit the wall,
Yeah.
and winter come,
Facts.
when winter comes,
Yeah.
then they'll get back on here, and y'all will tell them, hey, y'all should have chose better.
Yep.
So the reason why they can't choose better because they don't choose themselves, they choose y'all, and they shouldn't be choosing y'all. But
I disagree because the thing is that for all of human evolution, we've always been better together than apart. Like what the thing is that you don't understand, right? You're able to say the things that you're saying now because you enjoy the modern conveniences that men have built up, where you can be
What
by
men?
yourself.
what men? Because I read your book, and all
Men
of the
created society.
Wait a minute. What men? Because the book, the men that you named in the book didn't look like you. Elon Musk. You mentioned Elon Musk. All of these white males. Why didn't you mention any black males in your book?
See, even if I was going to even try to entertain anything this woman is saying, she lost me right there too. I feel Myron's pain. Like, what does race have to do with anything that they discussing right now? I'm really curious as to what the agenda is or what the objective is for the Queen Maker. She's saying women don't need men, women don't need relationships, which tells me that she's implying that women are better off being by themselves, and that's just false. You want to have families, you want to have kids and things of that nature, man. And if you walk in life that way, how can you ever expect to find the right significant other for you when you think you're above every man out there? What I can agree on is that the majority of dudes out here are ill-equipped to even give a woman what she needs relationship-wise. But I can say the exact same thing on the other side, that women are ill-equipped to be in relationships as well. So that's really, women got to fix themselves, men got to fix themselves. But to just say, nah, all men ain't I would like to see, the outcome of that. And I've read in the comments of some of the videos that she's posted, and I see all these women agreeing with her, but like, are these women with men? Are they happy? Are they, having children? You know what I mean? Like, or are they just, scorn women who are just bitter as fuck, who ain't dealing with men no more? I mean, it's a toxic situation to be in, bro. But her to fucking take it to race, Like, what does race have to do with anything? And then you're gonna sit, if you want to take it to race, like we could take it to race. Like there's plenty of black men who have made very important inventions, significant inventions, like required inventions for life to be sustained the way it is. You know what I mean? But I ain't even gonna dive down that route. Like you can just Google the shit. Black inventors, you get a whole long list of shit. You up here acting like you smart, you know everything. You're supposed to know that.
I read your book, Myron.
Okay.
So none of the males that you mentioned that built the world look like y'all. So
See,
They
here's the
still
thing.
have dicks though.
We're not making this a race thing. We're making this a gender thing. And what I'm saying is that men built up the
but
world.
y'all,
Period.
it's only black males out
I don't know
here
why you're
crying.
deflecting here, trying to make it like a black and white thing.
They
It's
have
not a black
dicks.
and white
Wait, but
thing.
Only
she's-
black
but
males out here.
it's
That-
y'all
that's
asking-
irrelevant.
Cap. No, all men are out here struggling with women. It ain't just black men.
No, stop. We're not going to go down that road because the thing is that we're not going to make this a black or white thing because that's not what the conversation is about.
But it's y'all asking
You're trying
for
to make
submission.
you're trying to make it a racial thing, and it's not a racial thing.
But it's
I'm
y'all
simply
asking
saying
for submission,
men
Myron.
built up the world.
But what men? Because y'all also talk about white supremacy too. And that
What?
Y'all also
What the fuck?
males, no, the black males also talk about being oppressed by the males that y'all say built the world. That's the bottom
Bro.
line.
Okay, who ever said that on this
Bro,
podcast?
like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you making
I
this a
don't
race
understand where
podcast
she's
all of a
going.
sudden? Like, no one cares about race. I'm simply saying, because you're trying to say here, let's go back all the way here, because you're going on a tangent.
Yeah, okay.
You're saying, oh, you're dependent upon men. You need to be able to be by yourself and, be a queen, blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying, the thing is that strategy that you're telling women to employ is going to leave them sad, alone, and depressed because women are social creatures. They like to be around a family, children, and a man.
Women. The community was
I'll
women.
stop the show. Hold on. Let's add, how many of y'all want to be single for the rest of your life? Raise your hands.
No.
Thank you.
Okay.
Point proven.
No.
You're the only one that's okay with it.
No. Here's the thing. Now you're a logical
Most
male.
women don't want that.
You're a logical male, though, right? You're a logical male.
Yes.
So, okay, since we're logical, we have to go back to psychological programming, right? Is that a thing or is it not?
Women are social creatures.
They were social amongst other women. It takes a village to raise a child. Who was the village? It's always been women. Who are women taking their children to for daycare services? Other women.
But the
Who
men,
are doing the maid services? Women. Women run pretty much everything.
but the men,
Really?
the men would go hunt, come back home.
Even if I go along with what she's saying, and women are supposed to be amongst themselves in the communities and shit, is that what women want today? Even if they've been programmed to want and desire a man, if they've been socially programmed to do that, and you unprogram them to be where they're naturally supposed to be, like, how is them being amongst a matriarchy conducive for anything positive down the road? How does that tie into procreation? How does that tie into families? You need a man for that, right? So like, she's just assisting women in remaining alone, hence without a man. She can be with all the women that she wants in the world, but having a man is something entirely different. And like the whole spiel about it takes a village to raise a child, and the cleaning and the cooking and things of that nature. Granted, but who's responsible for keeping the women safe, secure, protected? You know what I mean? If we want to go logic and by nature, right, that you needed the man, you need the strongest man for that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, your community of women out here just gonna be turned to damn sex slaves and shit. If you come across the wrong man, you need the right man to be out here protecting you. And you fast forward to modern day, the goal is to find a man capable of allowing a woman to be feminine and feel protected. But you're taking that away from them if you want them to walk this path that you're taking them, that you lead them. You're going to try to unprogram them and not want them to desire men anymore and to be with women all fucking day. For the women out here, does that seem like that's happy? Like that's something that you would look forward to? You're gonna unprogram me to not want to be with a man and feel safe and have a family and shit, right? Unfortunately, it's a shitty stock of women and men out here that people got to navigate through to find the right one for them. And a lot of motherfuckers don't even find the right one for them, but to give all that up and just be with a bunch of women all goddamn day, that shit sounds miserable.
In a system that y'all complain about not allowing you to be free and to be in your nature. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm free. I'm not complaining at all.
Because the book Why Women Deserve Less is talking about males not being able to be free in their nature. You know, going to work and you can't break this rule, that rule. That's all created by patriarchy.
I ain't read
All
the
of these
book, so I don't know what the
rules
fuck you talking
that
about.
you say
I don't know
men
if that's
created?
accurate or not.
Those rules were created by men.
And even with that, if men are actually out here complaining about the rules that men have created, the most successful of men are not sitting here complaining about them. They can navigate through this patriarchal space just fine, just like a woman can, just fine if they're equipped to do it. Right? It's only the weak people that aren't performing, aren't up to the standard. They can't navigate through this space, and they're sitting and they're complaining about it, like rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? It's just survival of the fittest, bro. You got to get in where you fit in. But to generalize all men, say all men are here complaining about it, no, they not. A lot of them are, but it's always been that way. It's always been a big discrepancy on the elite or the top 10 percenters and everybody else. It's always been that way.
What's your argument here? What's your argument here? I'm confused. You just went on a whole other side tangent from what we were talking about.
She is saying a lot.
My argument is this, is that everything that y'all are saying is not fully true. It's not fully true.
Which part? Which part of it?
About men being the ones that don't need relationships, that women need relationships, and that women don't want to be single. Women were never single. Their social relationships and their social bonds have always been with other women throughout history.
They want dick too, though.
But why do they want dick? You know why they want dick? Because see, y'all want pair bonding. How do women get pair? How do you pair?
Bruh, she's annoying. Like she's just jumping from here to here to here to here to here. Like, even if women were communal, I could agree with that narrative, right? Women are the ones raising the children up, but there's a man there. Who's providing the security? Who's providing the seed to extend the families, to grow the families? It doesn't work without the man. I mean, I'm not about to sit here making the us versus them type of thing. I'm sick of that fucking narrative. Men versus women, who's better, all this, that, and the third. Like, men need women, women need men. But to sit here and shit on men the way she's doing, saying that women have never been single, they've always had each other. No, they've always required a man, typically the best fit man. You know what I mean? The top dog gets access to all the women. That's how it works. And that community was fine being with that one man.
How do you pair bond?
What does that have to do with anything?
How do you pair bond?
What the fuck, bro? She came here with an agenda, bro, to argue about some random shit that don't make sense, that isn't even what we're talking about.
Wait a minute. So women not wanting to be with more than one male don't have anything to do with quote unquote pair bonding?
Look, man.
Science?
Let's get back to the main point here. Your strategy that you are saying for women to employ of loving themselves and being by themselves and not worrying about men and pimp out the men and they're the hoes and we're the ones that are actually the pimps, all this other stuff, that will leave a lot of women single, depressed, without a man, with cats and dogs.
Only because they believe what y'all saying. That's the only reason why.
Bro, it's not about them believing. Because listen, a lot of women don't watch our podcast. It's mostly men that watch our podcast. Yeah. Women, since the beginning of time, have wanted to walk down the aisle in a white dress with a man waiting for them.
Wait a minute.
Being married and being in a committed relationship. Women want a relationship.
That was a production. That was a sold fantasy that was produced by the people.
It's what women want. It's what women want.
Why do they want it?
It's biologically hardwired in women to want a mate.
No, that's
what it is.
That's false. Because if that was
Did I not just say a second ago, how many of you want to be single for the rest of your life? No one raised their hand.
Well,
you didn't even raise your hand.
No, in your book, you said that women don't want men. That's what you said in your book.
They don't want most men.
Right, which the most men by nature aren't supposed to get women. The majority of males are supposed to die virgins. That's biological. I mean, you do study biology, right?
It's always been that way.
What the fuck, man? Like, you're just.
I mean, because that's how y'all talk about it.
You're making no points here.
No, that's how y'all talk about it. Sex. Your whole book is about sex, and not being able to get it.
No, it's about not being a simp. I don't think you read it. You just yapping.
No,
it is the struggle of a man in today's society.
And not being a simp and prioritizing yourself over women. And then that actually makes you more attractive.
Well, the majority of males don't have self-discipline because sex is their number one objective.
And that's why I'm telling guys, like, they need to prioritize themselves first.
But they won't ever do it because sex is y'all's ruler biologically. See,
All right, bro. We're moving. You just yapping,
let me
bro.
just say,
They're saying the same thing now. They're saying the same thing. Most men operate the way she's saying. Sex drives most men. And Myron's trying to, I ain't read the book, but I'm getting that he's trying to teach men to not allow their sex drive to drive them and actually find some drive, get some success about yourself, and be able to be competitive in whatever market it is, including the sexual market. I say the same thing, but she's definitely talking in circles. Like, she's not making any valid points. She's saying one fact that ain't got nothing to do with this, ain't got nothing to do with that, and ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, I just want to know the goal, the objective. You know what I mean? This was annoying as hell to watch, though.